What's up, everybody? It's your boy Church. Now, I wish he could be here with us live, but even when Santana Jensen can't make it in person, his spirit still shows up strong. This young man's an absolute joy to be around. You can't help but to smile when he's in the room. Since he couldn't be here for the live stream, we're excited to share his pre-recorded interview with you again. So please watch it and enjoy. Thank you. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Church, and I am here with Mr. Santana Cox.
Nice to be with y'all.
And this one's a pleasure for me, guys, because Santana, he got here just little. And I'll tell he'll tell you more about himself here in a second, but he was just this little punk that showed up here, cocky. I didn't think I could stand to be around him, and I didn't want to work with you for a while. I told you that, and so I got to know him though, and from where he's went, from where he's at now, from where he come from, it's been an amazing journey, and a lot of my sobriety. The reason I am still here, still doing what I'm doing, is because of Mr. Cox here. He's just he's been amazing. So one of the first questions I want to ask you, Santana, is like, can you tell us a little bit about what life was like for Santana Cox before you came to the Hopper House?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I had a good home. I was adopted, but my upbringing wasn't the best. And I had a lot of anger built up that I didn't realize that I had. I just was acting out, and I was in my addiction, and drugs led me to other drugs, and I was just lost. I ended up going to a placement as a grown up, and to get help, and I ended up acting out and going to jail about it. And my mom had told me on the phone, there's a place, and there's this guy named Chris Hopper, and he's good people. And I ended up meeting him in jail, and then we talked a few times on the phone, and he said that he'd take me, and my mom said I wasn't allowed to the house until I got right in the mind and right in my heart before I could try to build back our relationship. And that's why I ended up coming here. And you, man, you're freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah. So and so it'd be safe to say that turning point for you was probably that acting out at that placement where you was at, and ended up going to jail.
Yeah.
So that's
it's crazy just to think that sometimes you need to get in trouble before you can take like a chill pill. It sucks that it has to happen, but for some people it needs to.
And I'm glad you're learning that at such a young age, because you got to look at some of us other older guys who we didn't catch the memo until 40 years into it. You know what I mean? So
I hear you.
No, you're. I'm glad you're getting it as early as you have. So since you've been here, what has some of your experiences been like that's changed your life here at the Hopper House?
Well, definitely the uplifting people around me. They no one leaves room for you to just be sitting there like upset without someone coming up to you asking if you're all right. Or you, for instance, you'll text me on Facebook or on my text and just make sure I'm doing good and how things are going, and
taking your meds.
Yeah, you check up on me, you know what I'm saying? And Chris too, he's my sponsor, outstanding man. When I first met him, I was just like, whoa. And then he told me if I could make it, you damn sure can, and excuse my language, but definitely the upbringing people, that's been a definite change in my life. I was around a bunch of people who didn't want a lot better for me than themselves. And I know being here, doing good, people that were in their addiction are noticing me being different and how I'm moving different, and know that I'm giving my life to God, and just a whole change. And I when I go over there and talk to him, or I'm talking to him on the phone, I see that, I can hear it, and I it makes me feel good that even though I'm not around there near as much, just because I don't technically not really would say trust myself, but trust myself, because I feel like if you're who you're around is what you'll end up being, and
what I'm hearing is that it took you from being around like-minded people to changing it to being around different like-minded people, because there was a change for you.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
And I remember earlier you said, your parents didn't even want you to come by, right?
Yeah.
How's that relationship changed for you?
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. They call me. My dad just got off the phone with me not long ago, and we were shooting the shit. And, oh, my bad for language. But they want me to come around. I go out there on Sundays after church. We go to church together. They call me on Saturdays. I'll go do community service for them, and little side things for them, and they try to get me to be around, and
And man, I've met your parents. Amazing.
They're good people, right?
Good people.
Cool. They're so cool. I love them.
So, what does the future look like for Santana Cox? Because like, what is your future plans now, and how do you contribute? How successful you think you'll be because of the changes you've made and the help you've gotten from the Hopper House?
I feel like
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How would you have felt 6 months ago before you got here about putting a ring on it?
No. Yeah, I don't even need to shoot. Even if I would have thought about it, I don't think she would have said yeah. I'm engaged, by the way, and wonderful woman. Yeah, she's
a romantic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, but things are changing for the better, and because of the Hopper House, I feel like I have an opportunity to go out into society and take what I've learned and have a steady head on my shoulders and to think straight and to be a successful, and a positive person in society.
And real brief, like
I learn a lot from people here,
and it's a blessing. It's been we've learned from you as well, man. But if you could say one thing to someone thinking about donating on the San Angelo Gives Day event, a day to be able to donate, what would it be?
I feel honestly for a place that's been opened up with just love and care by Chris and Brandy, and just to 100% like give you everything, all of their heart, you know what I'm saying, and not ask for anything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They don't ask for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's, well, what can we do to help you out in this situation, or go way out of their way to make sure that you're all right and get the meds you need and take care of, and a room to stay in, you're fed, and everything's great, and you have people that are working here like yourself that just
awesome, man. Hey, well, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.